You're listening to Greater Good Radio Hawaii. Please visit us online at greatergoodradio.com. Today's guest is Eddie Flores, President and CEO of L&L Drive-In and L&L Hawaiian Barbecue Restaurants chain. They have been open for almost 30 years and have served thousands of people across the country in 9 different states. Eddie is also recognized in the real estate industry as a highest-rated instructor and has written a couple of books about listing and selling. Going back to Johnson, he taught you the philosophy of being generous. Who taught him this philosophy of, just taking the chance and investing in your friends and family?
I think it boils back to the immigrant philosophy. Even back in the old days, if you look at the Chinese immigrants, when they came here, they have all these societies, and they help each other, especially you from the same village. And I can see, Johnson's doing the same thing. In fact, interesting was when I was in Peru, Lima, we just came back from Lima with our family on vacation. And he was doing the same thing. All his friends in Lima, he was thanking him. They were helping him. And some of them were helping, his family, earlier. So it's kind of helping each other, being, immigrants.
Did he ever have a shop that didn't do so well that he had to step in and...
Well, nothing is foolproof, and we do have some shops that we don't make money. I think in Hawaii, we may have closed 1 or 2 out of the 50, and that's a very good record.
Right.
And the one we closed is at Chinatown Cultural Plaza.
So you actually have 147 locations now.
Well, I think about 140 to 150. I lost count. Locations all over the United States. And what's so funny is it all started in Hawaii. We got about 50 in Hawaii, but in mainland we got 100.
And how did you folks expand to the mainland?
Oh, that's really interesting, because just before the 9/11, we went up there, and I visited one of our former employees in San Francisco. And he opened up a location, in a location almost like in Kalihi. Very, kind of, I don't want to say rough, but it's not a really good business location. It's not a prototype. And he was making money. He's ready to open a second one. When I saw that, I told Johnson, hey, look, there's a lot of potential. This guy can't speak English, has no money, not as good looking as we are, and, doing so well. We should be able to do well, too. So we started this research in California, and we went to California, opened up the first one in Los Angeles, and it became very successful, and we opened the second and third, and wham, I don't know what happened. It just keep ballooning and it keep growing.
Do you advertise, or is it just word of mouth? People are hearing about this.
Right now, it's mostly word of mouth. In fact, we have people. I'll give you a case in Seattle. We opened in Linwood, Seattle, and this gentleman actually drove about 1 hour to the ferry, and he takes the ferry and then drive again to eat at L&L for chicken katsu every Saturday, with no exception. So I told my manager, if he comes back again, make sure you raise the price. If the guy's willing to travel that far, raise the price.
Okay, so when you first arrived at 16, what did you do for work? Or were you just going to school?
Well, actually, I came here. My mom was born here in Hawaii, but she went back to China, and my dad was born in the Philippines. He's a full-blooded Filipino, and he went to Hong Kong to work as a musician. In fact, with the parents of Society of 7. They were playing music together. I was born in Hong Kong and came to Hawaii when I was 16. And I registered for McKinley High School. And unfortunately, my father couldn't find a job. We have 7 kids in our family. So he sent me to live with my uncle in San Francisco. So I went to high school in San Francisco, came back here for college. Attended University of Hawaii, graduated with a degree in business, and worked for the bank for a couple of years and started my own real estate company when I was only 24, I think.
And what made you get into real estate?
Why I want to go into real estate? That's where the money is being made. When I was in high school, I wrote a book report on how I turned $1,000 into $1 million investment. The teacher was asking me, well, why are you writing a book like that? Why don't you write something about Lord of the Flies or, something that, real literature? I said, well, that's what I want to do. And from when I was young, I didn't really want to make money. And I think real estate is one of the best place, industry to be in to make money if you understand the real estate cycle and so on.
What was the reason you wanted to make money?
maybe I'm part Chinese, I don't know, but now being from a poor family, hey, we always like to make money. We like to have things that people have. And I don't know. Maybe being an entrepreneur is really inborn. I hate to say that, from day one. I can tell you stories when I was a kid, like 10 years old. I used to go down the street and buy a slice of watermelon for $1, cut it into 3 pieces, and actually sell it to my brother and sister.
Sell it?
I didn't give it to them. I sell it to them, and to me, it was pretty normal. Maybe it's just when I was brought up in a lot of Chinese culture. I don't know, listen to the stories. We don't have TV that time. We just, listen to a lot of stories, about, you see how people do business. I don't know. It's not acceptable in the American culture to actually sell it to your siblings, but I was doing it, 50 cents, and I make $1 and I get 1 piece free for myself to eat.
Do your siblings have this type of entrepreneur spirit as well?
Unfortunately, they don't have that. I think I'm the only one in the family that really have the entrepreneur spirit to go out there and really want to make money and do a lot of different things.
Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for more on Greater Good Radio.